Give me Dan Smith 1 second. Right, evening Danny Smith. Welcome to iRacing. I think you were here last time we did an iRacing stream and I was using different software and it was all a bit painful, but this is using the exact same setup as I used for the PlayStation. So I'm hoping the frame rate and everything is very smooth. Do let me know how the quality of the stream is. And perhaps more importantly, I don't know, I hope that the audio balance is good. So do let me know if I'm too quiet or too loud. Otherwise, looks good in my preview. I really need to get practicing here because I'm not going to be very fast. So
pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
Let's get going at Spa.
The pit exit's clear.
Whoops. So this is the first time I've taken an MX-5 around Spa. And wow, doesn't Overreach feel a lot steeper in iRacing? It does to me. Now we're limited to 60 FPS. Rather than the usual 100. Evening, iRacer. Or morning. Yeah, I think people were saying 252s or 254s were very good laps. So to be honest, we want to get under 3 minutes as soon as possible. At least we know the track. Whoops. Having to concentrate a little bit. iRacing is just such a more intensive game than GT Sport. Danny Smith, I don't know, and iRacing, I don't know what your thoughts are of Spa in iRacing compared to GT Sport. Evening, GT Grandad. Hope you're well after FIA. Evening, Ants. Evening, Al. Sorry, yes, I meant to post something. As soon as we crash, I will stop racing. We're going to crash now. Actually, nice. But first and foremost, I'm hoping the quality of the stream and the audio is kind of decent. We're using a different setup today for iRacing. It should be a lot more stable. The only downside of this new setup is that I'm limited to 60 FPS on my screen, which is a little bit choppy. You can see we're running at like 48 now. So it's kind of choppy for me, but it shouldn't be too bad on the stream, hopefully. So that's an off track there. That's a penalty, basically. Hope everyone had a very good Wednesday. As the weather kind of turned today. The thing is in iRacing is that the tyres and the brakes and just generally the car warming up just means the performance varies so much irrespective of your driving. Whoa! Whoops. It's going to be an off track. So it looks like 252s are a good time. So if we can get in the 250, I don't know, 6s early on, that would be okay. I think the most important thing is feeling comfortable in the car. Feeling like I can control slides, run deep where I need to. I have to say, it does feel like a completely different track in iRacing to GT Sport. I know we're in a different car, but we're in a slower car, and yet this feels a lot more tricky than, say, going around in a Group 3 car in GT Sport. The back end feels constantly alive, even through relatively simple corners, whereas in GT Sport you have to really do something quite severe to lose the back end. But nice little taste of iRacing this evening, and we're going to have some good racing. We're going to have 3 Club 100 races. Let's try and just get around this corner. They're each going to be 7 laps, I believe. And the second one is going to be a reverse grid.
The leader has just done a 252.15.
Okay, I'm braking a bit too late there. And for anyone that's seen these Club 100 iRacing races before, whoops, will know that there's a lot of contact. Here is Mr. Stevie Hicks, who is the organiser of the championship. Steve Hicks is won the super final in Club 100 last year. He was basically the fastest Club 100 driver last year. Also races with me in the iRacing F3 championship. Woo! Who should we expect to see in this? Yes, well, Steve Hicks is, like I said, he won the super final in Club 100 last season. Matt Hale, just behind me, is a Club 100 veteran. I think he's been racing Club 100 for over 20 years.
1.8 off the pace.
And actually, we often have good battles in this championship. We seem to be about a similar pace. Damien Wong at the top there. I've raced with Damien Wong in Club 100. We used to race for the same team. And he's very fast in iRacing. So you can expect to see him right at the sharp end of the grid. Otherwise, we'll see the characters develop as happens in online racing. Now, this is a difficult corner. I'll take that. 3 seconds up. Ruswold isn't in this championship. I'm not sure Ruswold has iRacing. But we've had up to about 45 drivers in this
Sector 2 is
in these
1.5
rounds.
seconds off the pace.
So I don't know how many we'll have this evening. But sometimes it's been just pure carnage. There's no other way to describe it. I think as some people have commented on the GT Sports streams, when the karters get involved, things can get out of hand. And let me just try and set a lap here and then maybe we'll come into the pits. I'm not very good at the gearing. The weather in iRacing is dynamic, so you can't always rely on the shadows. So we'll stop there. So that's a 2:56. We're forced.
B17. That puts you 5.1 seconds off the pace.
So we're 5 seconds off the pace, but actually, considering the standard of the driver in here, that isn't too bad. Just bear with me a second. So if you have any comments about iRacing or any questions, do let me know. Now's the perfect time for me to do my best to answer them. What's the time? It's 7:10, so practice is going to go on for 20 more minutes. Then I believe we'll have a quick qualifying allocation. And then we go straight into the races, immediately one after the other. I don't think there's any breaks. Damage is on.
The leader's just done a 251.14.
Penalties are on.
20 minutes remaining. You've got 20 minutes left.
I've got everyone's favourite crew chief in my ear. I think you can hear him as well. He's pretty frequent with the updates, I have to say. He likes to keep the information flowing. Super GT not in here this evening, I believe. Although I don't know for certain. I do know Miss Super GT does do iRacing. But yeah, iRacing. The reason why I want to do more iRacing is because as a Motorsport UK licensed driver, I get. Well, it's actually just expired. I had a free subscription to iRacing. I've had to renew it. But for most cars and most tracks, you have to pay for. Now, the MX-5 is a free car, so it's a staple of iRacing. There's a lot of free, inverted commas, free championships using the MX-5. It's at no extra cost. It comes with the subscription. Spa is a paid-for track, as are most kind of recognisable tracks like Silverstone, Montreal, Interlagos, are all paid for. So you have to pay. So I paid for Spa. And for example, in the F3 Championship, I paid for the F3 car. So it's quite a heavy subscription model. You have to pay to play, in many ways, which is why I want to do more of it. A, because I've paid for it, but B, I also want to show you what you get for the money. And you know, I think I haven't done a lot of iRacing, but I think there's nothing for me quite like an iRacing race when it comes to sims and motorsport games that I've played. It's the most realistic kind of sensation I get in iRacing. GT Grindr, they used to stream iRacing on Motors TV. I remember Motors TV. They used to show like really obscure motorsport and even like powerboat racing, stuff like that. Now I dropped something here. What did I drop? I don't even know what I did. Oops. We had a debate about the graphics last time. I think the graphics are quite good, but I think it looks better when it's very crisp on your monitor and it's all very sharp. If you're looking at it another way, you're thinking, well, actually it's a bit basic, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, GT Grandin, you're absolutely correct in your question earlier that I missed. But yeah, Motors TV, when you didn't have a subscription to anything, it was always free, if I recall. So someone was putting that on the airways. Very much appreciate. There's no automatic limiter in the MX-5.
There's traffic behind. Watch your mirrors.
Right, we'll let this guy come out. Oh, has he not come out? Maybe he was speeding out the pits. So let's see if we can lose another second or two. That would be quite handy. But for example, going up Eau Rouge feels so much steeper in iRacing than it does in GT Sport. In GT Sport, it doesn't really feel steep. in comparison. Whoops. The Kemmel Straight is very different in an MX-5. Now I did come second in the Motorsport UK F3 round here, so that was a pretty good result for me actually. Should give me some confidence. But yeah, I'm hoping the quality's all good and strong. Do let me know if there's any issues, but we won't have the issues that we had last time. But we may have different issues, who knows? But yeah, as I said, I got a free subscription to Motorsport. I'm sorry, not to Motors TV, to iRacing through Motorsport UK. But I think iRacing does offer like introductory subscriptions, tasters. I've heard they do stuff around Black Friday, and you do get the MX-5 included. You do get some other cars included. You get like an oval car, get a muscle car. Woo. I think you get a Formula style car.
15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes.
And you do actually get quite a number of tracks. Oh, we got a black flag, okay.
You'll need to slow down to give back the time gained.
That's quite innocuous for black flag. And you do also get a number of tracks, just to me they're fairly obscure, but you do get about 15 tracks. And if iRacing was your staple game, I think you'd have a lot of fun. Because there are races every hour in multiple categories. See, and yeah, I'm sure in an hour's time we'll be in full flow in the races, so hopefully this this leisurely pace will have improved. Definitely GT Grinder, definitely look into it. People swear by iRacing. And it's another thing I've said in the stream, I would love to do an endurance race in iRacing. Like a 6-hour, 8-hour, 12-hour race, maybe even a 24-hour race. I would just love to do that and just stream the whole thing.
20th place.
I think that would be really cool. Now we need to kind of pick up the pace here, otherwise we're going to be quite a way off the pace. But we're going to be a second up already. If we can get into the 254s, that would be perfect. I think that's all flat, but it's just a case of keeping the back end in check. Right, so we're a long way up already, which is good. Yeah, I don't think Nathan's going to be in here. I'm not sure Nathan does iRacing. I think a lot of the Club 100 regulars are really into iRacing in its own right, if that makes sense. By the way, this round is being fully broadcast with commentary for everyone. So do also feel free to check that out. I think it's being streamed by Double Dash Media Motorsport. So they've got kind of pro comms on this race. It's actually it's quite a. There's some very good drivers in this race, and me. So don't be put off on my poor speed. It's not the best through here.
Sector 2 is 1.8 off the pace.
But to be honest, if we can shave off another second, and I think there's going to be a lot of time through the last corner, maybe even up to 2 seconds on the last corner, so we're kind of getting closer to where we need to be. It's a lot harder for me to read the comments on iRacing because just very innocuously you can just lose the car. Whoa! Yeah, obviously a mess of that. I think there's about 2 seconds there. Yeah, Danny Smith, Nathan on the Inters.
That's your quickest lap in this session.
I'm surprised GT Grandad didn't have something to say about that.
Off the pace.
Maybe that was kind of above the marshals. Maybe that was on the organisers. Who was organising that race? Right, a T55. We're getting closer. A T55.9, but we'll still call it a T55. Thank you very much. Really getting the hang of Eau Rouge now. Piece of cake. GT Grand used to love endurance races. The real-time ones in Gran Turismo, yes. I remember them vaguely in Gran Turismo 4. I used to get... Didn't I have like a B-spec driver to do it? You had to leave your PS2 on like all night.
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
It's pretty horrific so far, but wasn't really playing...
10 minutes remaining, 10 minutes.
That much attention, but can you imagine a 24-hour race around Spa in iRacing? In a proper sports car? Whoops.
Track limits, this lap will be deleted.
I'm actually quite happy with the performance, considering my computer is... My poor computer is running iRacing and delivering the stream. Absolute hero. I'm not sure that's a second gear corner, I just need to work it out. Anyway, let's see if we can sort that last corner. I'm not sure many corners are second gear corners, to be honest. Now, theoretically, there should be less chaos here because it is a much bigger track. Evening, Ray. Afternoon, Ray. Hope you're well. Over in the States. Welcome to iRacing. I'm getting more into it now, but also the car's a bit more warmed up. Now, where should I brake here? I'm still overcooking it. How long have we got? We've got 7 more minutes. We've got enough time for 2 laps. Let's make a mess of that. Ooh, iRacing is difficult. Evening, Steve. Hope you are well. Thanks everyone for your ideas on the GT Sport League team versus team challenge thing. Don't know why I went up again there. I'm sure we can work out some very cool stuff. So what we can do in the Discord is we can give everyone a role, so they'll either be in Team 1 or Team 2. And then I'm sure we can have various challenges. Also some cool ideas about the person who finishes 6th actually wins and stuff like that. And I hope anyone who's going for FIA today, that the penalty gods smile upon you. At Dragon Trail Gardens, that's where I'd be otherwise. So I think to be really fast in the MX-5 in iRacing, you really need to tease the back end out. Whoops.
You're outside of track limits there.
Right, let's try and concentrate now and set some purple sectors, hopefully. Whoa, we're gonna hit the wall.
New fastest lap for Wong, 251.10.
We may have some damage there. Now, if we can follow someone, that would be absolutely fantastic. Didn't you two have a 24 hours limit? I can't
Your
remember.
exit's clear. Don't cross the white line.
I didn't have GT5, sorry. Right, Jay Aston is just behind us. And he's in 16th place. Maybe he's a good person to follow. So we're going to get 3 flying laps for quali. So let's see if we can kind of punch... Oh, what's happened here? Let's see if we can punch above our weight in quali. There's going to be big crashes today. If you want to see the iRacing damage model, you've come to the right place. We have had some monster crashes this season.
5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Right, let's follow Mr. Aston if we can. Someone I think we've raced in previous rounds. The slipstream can be quite powerful in the MX-5 actually. Surprisingly maybe, but... Mr. Aston goes quite wide. Taking all of the curb. Okay, back on his tail. You can see him using all of the curb and entry, which is definitely going to be the fastest way. I assume he'll be the same here, using all the curb on the left hand side. No, staying quite tidy. I think I should keep it in third there. I'll see if the toe really helps down the straight. So 0.9 seconds now. Oops. Grander, where's the big screen? If you search double dash Motorsport Media, or if you search Legends of C100, it should come up. Let me know if you can't find it, and I'll dip out and put a link in. But it's got live comms, live broadcast by Mr. Andrew Mather. He's a fantastic commentator. Much better than me.
Left side, clear left.
Woo! Whoa.
22nd place. This lap will be invalidated. Watch the track limits.
Already? iRacing is pretty strict, huh? Right, the optimals are 254.6, and the fastest people are now... Well, number 7's a 252.7, so we're not that far off, are we? I think when they do the iRacing 24 hours here at Spa, the off tracks are the most controversial thing. The limit, because the organisers can choose a limit of off tracks before you get disqualified, and that
2
limit
minutes
is
to go, 2 minutes.
has a massive bearing on how people drive.
Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
It's a lot faster at Spa to use an off track, as I understand it, and run a bit wide and carry the speed through. I think this is the only second gear corner really, after the stuff at the beginning. Easy to get an off track there. We might dip into the 253s for an optimal if we can sort this out. It's coming off track there. Yeah, we dipped in 253s. Okay, that's good. So So our optimal is only a second off. I'm happy with that. I think that means we're in the ballpark. Oh, that's nicer through there. Much nicer than I've ever done it before. Okay, I think we're getting the hang of it now. It's just the last corner, but in the race that'll work itself out. Cannot find it. Okay, I'll don't worry. I'll this practice is going to end in imminently, so I'll drop a link. Right, where are we going to brake? Even that was quite late. Now it's a shame this.
Checkered flag, P22.
It's a shame this one's going to not count. But that was only a second off that one. Okay, right.
That's the end of the session, P14.
Bear with me. Let me find this link. Legends of. I'm not really a legend myself. There are definitely legends in here. Legends of C100. Someone will have found it by the time I've done all this. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, this is painful. Yes. There you go. You feel free to oh, look at the top. It's foggy now. Oh, qualifying, we've got to go.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 16 Celsius.
My
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
my engine is.
Exit's clear. We've got
give it a
3
rest,
laps to
pal.
set a decent time.
He sounds a bit anxious. Yeah, do feel free to let them know in the chat who you're supporting. Cough, cough. As we try and make our way up from the back. See, outlap. Tyres are going to be cold. Tyres are going to be cold. Tyres are going to be cold.
That looked like a bad one. Are you okay?
Right, I'm not sure that will actually cost us a lap. We will see.
Looks like you're clear on the pit exit.
What a chaotic start. I know, wow, it's very foggy, isn't it? This is what I mean about doing a 24-hour race or a 12-hour. This dynamic weather. This is very cool. I've never driven in these conditions before. It almost feels a bit damp on the circuit. It could even rain. I don't know. You have to be prepared. I've never driven in the rain in iRacing. I imagine I'd have to come in for tyres. Now this is just an outlap, so everything's going to be cold. We may have already lost a lap, by the way, because of our crash. I don't know. Could probably do that in third gear, I imagine. Now, because of the difference in temperature, track temperature, air temperature, the track may be quicker, it may be slower. It looks like it might even be quicker than the qualifying kind of, I don't know what the word is, condition. Right, here we go. Whoa. But yeah, if anyone wants to enter a free Bentos racing endurance kind of thing, I'd be all over that. Especially now we seem to be entering a second kind of, you know, quasi-lockdown. Seems a good time to kind of do an endurance race. Right, let's try and get a banker lap in, hopefully, after this one. Evening, Issa. Welcome to Spa. Where's my breaking point? I don't have one. Right, here we go. Banker lap. It's not a new update, Issa. It's just this is how iRacing's always been. Like this. That was okay. Now I've got to really pay attention to the traction going up Eau Rouge. Nice. What's max lobby laps you can do? I don't know, speak to Phil G, because Phil G does really long endurance races in the lobbies. I think he does an hour. Well, that's not that long, is it? Slow in, fast out, team. Slow in, fast out. I'm really enjoying this, by the way. My senses get heightened when I do iRacing. It's just such an immersive sim. Don't run too wide there. So people are popping in 251s, but they're very fast drivers. Gonna lose a bit of time there, but it's not catastrophic. I'll take it on a banker lap. Slow in. Fast out. Not the best there, but it's good on the delta. Here we go, could be a decent lap. I think that delta's on our best time of the 2:55.9. So if we can get that closer to 2 seconds, that will be kind of okay. Only a couple of corners to go. I'm going to try and not overdo it here. There we go. What do you think of that? I'll take that for a banker lap. 2:53.3, our fastest lap of the day.
P12. That lap was a 2:53.34.
There's a bit of time there if I get on the throttle earlier. But yeah, second off 7th place, I'm pretty happy with that. So, reminder, the first race is going to be in qualifying order, second race is going to be a full reverse grid, and the third race is going to be like BTCC, a certain amount of the top drivers are going to get reversed, if that makes sense. You know, when the driver draws the ball out and then... I can't really explain it. Bit too fast in, slow out that. thing is about endurance and GT Sport is that there's no dynamic weather, which I think you lose so much of the atmosphere by not having dynamic weather for an endurance race. In my personal opinion. Maybe they're bringing it back for GT7, but because even if you don't do like 1-to-1 time, you accelerate the time, but you still get that feeling of, you know, time passing, and that adds to the endurance feeling. That's my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but that's what I think. An endurance race with no time passing in terms of the night-day cycle would be pretty weird. Off track. It's going to be deleted.
Don't invalidate this lap. Track limits.
I don't think we won for a massive better lap anyway. GT Commander, how many entries in this series? I don't know. We've had up to 45. It's more likely to be in the kind of 20s. I don't know how many exactly. We used to do it on a Sunday. Now do it on a Wednesday every so often. White flag means it's my last lap. If I'm going to get enough time to do it, I don't know how much time is on the clock.
P13.
Pretty happy with P13 to be honest. Not the best there. I bet that surprised my engineer. He wasn't expecting P13. Look at that optimal, almost in the 252s. Messy, almost lost it. But yeah, iRacing in qualifying and iRacing in the race are two very different things. Am I not even on the leaderboard yet, GT Grandad? I'm just, this lap isn't going to count, so I'm just kind of driving for the sake of it. Hopefully my time has set the... it's got the commentators talking. Down in 13th place. Yeah, so as we see, Damien Wong, my old teammate in Club 100, just for a few races I think. Setting the times alight, followed by Dan Thomas, Josh Ladd, who's a really fast Club 100 driver. Raced with him quite a lot this season actually. Steve Hicks. I don't know if anyone went for an Xbox.
Fastest lap for Hicks.
Oh, Steve Hicks comes in with a huge lap in the 250s. It's such a good lap. I've actually spun. We'll keep circulating because it's just good practice. There's not any other cars on the tracks in iRacing qualifying. Track. I was going to say, yeah.
The guy ahead has just done a 3:24.2 seconds.
This guy, I swear. Well, let him do the stream. You can do the stream, I'll just do the engineering updates. I was saying I didn't put a pre-order in for the Xbox in the end. So I think I'm going to be on PS5 mainly. See how we go.
That's a new fastest lap for Thomas. 250.80.
Dan Thomas with a huge lap there. Maybe the track conditions are getting better and better. Wonder how much curb you can take. There's full damage here, so if you take too much curb you might damage the suspension and stuff like that. But let us know, GT Grandad, how those times went down with the commentators. Were they expecting people to get down into the 250s? Because that does start to make my times look a bit off the pace, maybe? Anyway, I'm happy with my qualifying lap, considering the amount of practice we've had. Just not bad in 5th gear, is it? Maybe not. So we will grid up shortly when this time expires. I think it will expire any minute. It's probably 15 minutes of quali. Whoa. Whoa. Very easy to spin it. Maybe people are doing that in 3rd gear, I don't know.
That's the end of the session. 13th place.
So there we go straight into the racing now. And I need to just do some stuff. Ooh. Hang on a second. Yes. No. Is there a mouse? Yes, there's a mouse here. Basically, if we need a fast repair, we don't want to replace the tyres and fuel and everything. Ooh. Well, here we go. The conditions have changed again for the race. We're in 13th place out of at least 20 or so drivers, so I don't know where that came from. Good luck, everyone. There's going to be carnage here. It's really going to have to be keeping our wits about us. It's going to be 7 laps, so never say die. Hopefully we can get some good battles. Slipstream should be a good equaliser. What do we do for turn 1, by the way? Do we go inside or outside for turn 1? Are we just going to get rammed from behind? I don't know. It's all very close. It's all very, very close.
The track temp is 28 Celsius.
Here we go.
Okay, mate, get ready. Relax. Go. B13.
On your left. Hold your line. Still there. 3 wide, you're in the middle.
It's not going to work 3 wide here.
Clear right. Car
Side
left.
by side into a rouge.
Still there. Clear all round.
Oh, oh, that was difficult to hold.
On your left. Hold your line. Clear left.
No doubt people will have binned it going up a rouge, so we'll have avoided that.
The gap in front is now 0.34.
Frame rate isn't great here. Not helping, but I'm driving more by feel. Through the steering wheel, through the headset.
On your right. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right.
Bit of contact, but he wasn't really going to go around the outside, was he? Not a lot of grip in the tyres. Damien Wong has gone down to whatever position it is. I'll be honest, we're in a position that's kind of too high for us right now. There's some very fast drivers behind me. I'm not sure if we've suffered any kind of major mechanical damage. I would assume not, but you never
Car
know.
left. Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Clear left.
Fair play. Good move.
There's an incident in the chicane.
On your right. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear right. Left side.
We might have more damage there.
Hold your line. Hold
Also
your
getting
line.
quite a lot of penalty points.
Hold your line. Clear all round. Car right. Clear right.
13th place.
Left side. Clear
Whoa.
left.
How are we doing so far? Not too bad. Whoa! The classic read the chat and hit the wall. This guy's got damage, surely. Oh no!
On your left. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear left. Car right.
Someone spun back there. I think we were all going slowly
Hold your line.
because someone had damage there going up
Still
Eau
there.
Rouge, and then someone didn't see it, I
Still
presume.
there. Still there. Clear all round. Right side.
Oh my
Clear right.
word!
Right side. Clear right. Right side. Clear right.
We've become the chip, haven't we? Now, I reckon the back of our car is looking pretty beat up. Honestly, iRacing is just so good. Craig Brown, bit wide there. Now we're got Matt Hale behind. Matt Hale is a driver who's, I would say, we're on a similar level to, or have been. Now I'm pretty sure people are going to be picking up penalty points and getting stop and go penalties, which I think is the punishment. We were already 10 out of 15 and we're only on the second lap, so we're looking odds on to get a penalty, to be honest. Car's looking okay though. So I'm not reading the chat as much as I do in GT Sport because it's just there's more kind of danger. But what could I do? What could I do at the chicane? I had to stop. It's called the bus stop for a reason. I feel like we might be losing a little bit of performance here on the straight, maybe. This is not going to end well, is it? For the cars ahead.
Incident in the chicane. It looks like it's Young.
Whoa! Okay. Right. What happened there? Did we... What was that about? We went into orbit. Okay. Well, we're in the pits, but I don't think we're taking our penalty, annoyingly. So we're one off track away from having to do a stop go. So this race is a write off, basically. But reverse grid. We'll clip that. Dead last now, I think. Oh, we're doing... Okay, that was it. Let's try not to speed in the pits, that would be an absolute disaster.
There's traffic behind.
Whoa, might have gone over the line there. Ooh. Welcome to iRacing stream. Let's just get over here with the cold tyres. So what's going to happen now is that there's going to be a lot of people who are going to have to take stop-go penalties. Thing is, I knew someone was getting really close into the bus stop which came behind me, the white car. I was like, wow, they made up a lot of ground. But then it didn't feel like we had a big contact. It was very strange. It's like the physics model just kind of corrupted. I think honestly he might have hit me so hard he flew me into the pit lane, and it kind of, the game was like, well, you're in the pits now. Because I didn't get any penalty points, and I didn't reset the car. Normally you have to hold something down to reset the car. Whoa. The game is just about holding up in terms of frame rate. It was getting down to about 30, but I was kind of, my eyes were getting used to it. So that's all good. Cold tyres. I thought we were doing okay. I thought we were doing okay. Right, we'll see if people
Push, we can get this guy.
are jumping into the pits to serve penalties. I would be absolutely amazed if there weren't at least 5 drivers taking penalties. We were only 1 point off taking a penalty, by the way, so that's just me getting one wheel on the grass, and we'll have to do a stop go, I'm pretty sure. That's 2 accidents we've had at the at Yield bus stop. Doesn't look like anyone's in the... Okay, someone's in the pits, maybe. Maybe not.
P20.
We'll keep circulating. See, but that's the guy behind you hit you. It was all... because there were 3 drivers ahead. There were 3 drivers ahead kind of fanning out, and I was doing that thing I often do where I stop driving and I start watching. I'm like, oh, what's going to happen here? And I think it was Matt Hale was behind me and kind of made a lot of ground going into the bus stop. Anyway, it looks like we're catching Jay Aston. The good news is that our car has no damage now. It's been fully repaired. So there may be other cars ahead who are carrying damage. And it's going to be reverse grid, so we should be near the front of the grid for the next race. I think some drivers have dropped out, maybe to kind of...
There's an incident in. Who on? We think it might be English.
Maybe to sort out their PCs and stuff like that. Whoop. No, it's going to be an off track. Oh, that was so close. Right, Quintin's in the pits. But I have to say, I don't think we did a lot wrong to earn 14 penalty points. I know I would say that, but I don't think we were at fault, really, maybe? I'm trying to think. Can't afford to run wide anywhere.
ahead's pitting.
Right, Matt Hale's in the pits, James Charles in the pits. So maybe we can make some positions up in the pits. I think they're probably going to be stop-goes. Or maybe 10-second stop-goes. So let's see if we can jump people in the pits. But then they'll have a clean slate of penalty points. Ooh, don't run wide.
Melvin is now in the lead. P19.
So it looks like... I don't know where Matt Hale and that lot are. I can't really work out the timing, to be honest with you. Oh, you did change the view? No, you can't change the view, Ray. And I've had that problem in F3. I've done some racing in F3 where I've lost my rear wing and I haven't even known about it. And then when I looked at the replay, I was like, oh, hang on, I did most of that race without the rear wing. Because in the F3 car, your mirrors don't do anything, they just look at the car. I need to change them, actually. Right, can we catch up with Mr. Andrew English here? Looks like he may have a damaged car. Yeah, only the one view in iRacing. Because it's a simulation. So we're just trying not to get an off track now. So we've got 2.5 laps to go. There are points on the table, by the way, here for these races. There is a leaderboard. Pride is at stake. Maybe we should go down to third there. I think we are reeling in Mr. English. We will have to overtake him without making contact, though. Yeah, he could tell me how. He's got a bit of an attitude, I think, the pit guy. Or whisper it. He's not rarely encouraging. He's more stick than carrot, I would say. We drive very slow there. Maybe we can catch Mr. English up down the Kemmel Straight. The first weird thing that happened was going into Eau Rouge, there was a car ahead that was very slow. And I was going side by side with Craig Brown, but it was all fine. Craig Brown is someone that I've raced with on GT Sport. But it's almost like the car behind couldn't see us as we were over the top of the hill or something. I think we'll be able to go for the move here, to be honest. Whoa! Can we get it done before Eau Rouge? Well, I know a lot of drivers do have their own... I'm worried about this. I'm really worried about this.
Car left. Clear left.
I know drivers, even drivers in this series, have their own spotters. So people who are just watching and letting them know what's going on like live comms. We could do it over Discord, to be honest. Because you can get plugins that... No!
I've just been given a drive-through.
Oh no. We just got that one penalty point and we've got a drive-through. Anyway, we'll be up there for the reverse grid. Always a silver lining.
You've got 3 laps to serve this penalty.
Should we serve it or should we just... Yeah, we'll serve it. We'll have to go into the pits and then drive as close as we can to the limit without speeding and getting another penalty. I can already tell that's going to be a challenge for me. Yeah, he wasn't impressed. Maybe we'll do that on the stream. We'll do an endurance race, and we can just open up the Discord for a kind of strategy, chat, timing, stuff like that. The sun's come out in Belgium. Shame about that off track, isn't it? I'm pretty sure we could have made it the whole way without tipping over, but that's my bad. Is that... I thought I saw a rainbow. There wouldn't be a rainbow here. Maybe other people will dive into the pits, so I think they probably have gone past the pits now. So will we come out ahead of...
Hart is leading the race.
Will we come out ahead of Matt Hale and Jay Easton? I don't know. Where's the pit line?
Watch your speed. Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. What's your speed limit in the pits? We've just been given a stop-go penalty. You've served your penalty.
Hang on, did we get another penalty? Is it a stop-go?
One more to go.
One more what?
You still need to serve your penalty.
What do I do?
You need to come in for this penalty in the next 3 laps.
I think I got another penalty. What's going on now? What? Oh no, are they doing a... Oh, they're fueling... Why are they fueling? I only wanted to do a drive-through and I was told I had to do 2 stop-goes. This hasn't really gone that well. Can we go now though? Oh, we're Stop fueling! Now, are we still going to have a drive-through after this?
Melvin is now leading.
You know what, the leaders are coming around.
Exit's clear. Push.
I think I've still got a penalty. Does that not count as a drive-through? Because... They'll be on the last lap actually, won't they? I'm a lap behind. So that'll be the race over. GT Grandad out. I don't think I got a lot of information there from the pit crew on what I had to do. That was a bit Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes at Mugello. I think we'll just get the car towed.
2 litres left.
I'm not really sure what happened there. Anyway, we can have a look whilst we wait. Good start. Wasn't really sure what to do here, so didn't want to hit anyone. Oh, that was close. We did okay here to kind of go up Eau Rouge first. Well, it's all getting very chaotic back there. It's become a bit of a target here. Got an angry Pat behind. Oh. Oh, there's only one. Okay, we're in the next race now already. Ooh, iRacing's a bit we don't need any fueling. That can all go off. Okay, we forget about that race. We go again for race 2 in the reverse grid. Whoops. And I think what we have to do is just avoid getting penalty points because we don't know how to serve the penalty. Is the best way to think about it. But I'm pretty sure we're going to get hit at the bus stop again. I cannot see how we're going to avoid that. That was an eventful race. We've lost Mike Hart.
7 laps. The track temp is 29 Celsius.
Right, we've got Dame.
Get ready. Green, green, green. P4.
On your right. Hold your line, clear right.
That'll do. So we've got Matt Hell behind us again. Let's try not to end up in space this time. That's very hairy on at the beginning of the race, and with the slipstream as well. It means carrying more speed. Now the engineer hasn't told me there's any incident at Eau Rouge. Maybe everyone got through, don't know. I don't know what happened to Damien there. I can't see him. We'll take the off track there all day. Lap 1. If you are watching in the main commentary, do give us a shout out. So we roll around in P3. So already 2 off tracks, but I think that's part of the course. There's Carnage. That and GT Grandad, you're a much better engineer than whoever we've got at the moment. We've lost Damien Wonga, it seems. Now, is Matt Hell going to do us at the bus stop again?
Left. Hold your line. Right side. Clear right.
That was all very chaotic. I did hit Mr. James Imbrad there. The steering's gone a bit light. I suspect we have some damage.
Car right. Still there. Clear right.
But it all got a bit panicky there. I saw Matt Hale steaming through, so I wanted to avoid him. GT Grandad, if we ever come up on the stream, can you let me know if we've got any damage on the car? Any visual damage? Because obviously I can't really see. Oh god.
The gap behind's increased to 2.8 seconds.
I like the sound of that. Keep telling me those things. It's the first bit of good news he's given me all day. Whoa! Whoa!
Clear right, car right.
That was a big one. Are you okay?
On your right, clear right.
Looks like P5's gone off in. Looks out.
What is this game? We've got damage.
Right side, clear right.
What's going on here?
Left side, clear left.
Talk to me, GT Grandad. What's the damage looking like? Do we need to pit? I think we need to pit.
On your right. Clear right. Car right, clear right.
We've just had a warning for cutting the track.
On your right, clear right.
I feel like the damage is quite severe. I'm going to have to pit. I'm a chip
Car right.
in a damaged car.
Hold your line. Still there. Clear right. Right side. Clear right.
Pit. Okay, we're boxing. We're boxing. Oh my word. I was looking down at the chat on YouTube and trying to, get my brain together. And I looked up and there was a car like... I don't even know what happened there. How did he lose it there? Whoa. Sometimes the cars will hop like that if there's a connection issue. Right, we're boxing. I hope the pit crew's ready.
The leader has just done a 252.58.
Let's not speed in the pits. Just do what they want to do here.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
Where's our pit guy? We don't have a... What's going on there? Oh, there he is.
There's a car approaching. Watch your mirrors. Stay behind the white line.
Steve Hicks.
Car left. Clear left.
Okay,
Car in
nicely done,
front
Bill.
is Hicks.
But we're not good on the penalty points. But we can follow Mr. Hicks, who looks like... Oh no, that's his number. I thought he was carrying a bit of damage. Yeah, that's just an iRacing thing. Yeah, I'll try and remember to save this replay. I don't even know what happened there. That's pretty gutting, right? We were doing really well. Are we in 12th place? Oh, there was a big crash, right? So maybe a lot of people have had to pit. Well, let's see if we can keep up with Mr. Hicks here. No, we must be in 17th. We must be in 17th because he's in 16th. So we'll try and avoid the penalty points. We'll see if anyone looks like they're carrying damage ahead. Oh, iRacing. Do we really want to do a 24-hour race? I guess you can always just get towed back to the pits. Look how much time we're losing to Mr. Hicks.
P15.
15, the man says. feel like we're catching people slightly. I think we're catching Andrew English, who definitely was carrying some damage last race. Maybe he's got some more damage this race. Oh, we're 16 on the live timing apparently, okay.
Incident in the chicane.
That's music to my ears. Just overcooked it slightly. Yeah, it looks like English is dropping back a little bit.
Push, push, push. We can get this guy. The guy in front has just done a 252.74.
Overcooked that. That's disappointing. Or maybe English and Nisha were fighting down the Kemmel Straight, and fighting means contact.
The car in front of us is Hicks.
Right, I don't think we're going to lose to the people behind. I don't think the delta in pace. I know Daniel Thomas wasn't he P1? But still, I think it's too much. So we can look forward in this race. Not quite hooking it together yet. Don't ask the car to do too much. Off track. Ooh.
Track limits.
That could be costly. That felt quite nice. Okay, maybe English isn't dropping back that much. Maybe he was just battling. But I'm sure Steve Hicks will catch him.
Fastest lap for Wong, 252.30.
Driving's not great at the moment. As long as we avoid the off tracks, we can do the next lap without an off track. That will give us a buffer. But look how much Steve Hicks has dropped us here. And Daniel J. Thomas actually gaining a lot of time, so maybe that will come. Maybe he will come back to us. We will see. It's going to be 3 more laps to go here. Then all to play for in the last race of the evening. Too deep into the first part again. How difficult will Andrew English make it for Stevie Hicks to pass, I think is an important question.
Halfway home, we've got plenty of fuel.
Getting close to those off tracks. Daniel J. Thomas, I have a feeling is going to catch us.
The car in front of us is now Hicks.
So Hicks getting very close to English now. That's our only hope for us to pick up places. So they go... Ooh, some smoke there. Don't know what that could be. Just one lap without off tracks would be great. Just looking at the timings, really. Alright, it's getting closer. Don't stray a wheel on the grass. Looks like he's being held up a bit now. I thought I did give one a hand damage not to get in the way of people. I know it's not kind of what you set out to do when you go racing, but I thought we were quite neat and tidy when we were coming back to the pits. We were a good chip. Right, Steve Hicks now ahead, but maybe Andrew English may try something into the bus stop. We will see. Surely we'll hear about it before we see it on the Delta.
There's an incident in the chicane.
We heard about it. Oh, it's ahead of those two. It's ahead of those two, okay. As Kieran goes into the pits. And
there's a car leaving the pits.
Matt Hale in the pits as well. Maybe Matt Hale's going to be leaving the pits, yes. I think.
P14, 2 laps remaining. That's the fastest lap. That was 2:56.68.
So that's a slow lap. Who's this? It's Mr. Matt Hale. Definitely within striking distance. Game on. 2 laps. Can we get past Matt Hale? He's going to have cold tyres. We've gotten off track.
The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines.
GT Grandad leader is 17 seconds clear. Oh, you know what? We could have... Could we have won this race? I don't know. I'm not sure we ever had the pace. We're in a good position. Don't get off track, please. Let's put the pressure on Matt Hale, but presumably he's pitted for penalties, so he'll be free of penalty points now. I wonder if Jason ahead is carrying damage. I don't know why he's dropping back so much. Yeah, I think he is. Where's Matt Hale? There's Matt Hale. Can we get Matt Hale down the back straight, a nice clean move? He looks like he's braking a little bit early. So we've got 2 penalty points to play with. And I don't think that will allow us to make any kind of contact, because I think contact is automatically 2 penalty points. Now this could be interesting. This could be very interesting. Whoa! I'm gonna lose it. Matt Hales. Very interesting dynamic here. Presumably we're going to catch Jason down the back straight.
The chicane. It looks like Fitzgerald. 1 more lap to go.
Car left. Hold your line. Clear left.
Sorry Matt Hale if I pushed you off there. Good race, no penalty points. Has that cost us a chance to get Jason down the back straight. I don't think so. I think we're going to catch him. In fact, Matt Hill's going to catch him going up Eau Rouge. So I just brake and try and catch him at the right time.
Car right. Clear right.
Whoa!
We've been warned about track limits.
We can't get any more penalties. I'm thinking, do we just be patient and then do it on the back straight? I think we've got the pace, to be honest. Especially with the slipstream. Whew, here we go. Some fighting behind as well. Daniel J. Thomas has caught up. We haven't got the luxury to bide our time here. Daniel J. Thomas has made up all of that ground. This is going to be very interesting. Bit messy there. I don't think we're going to get through this without picking up a penalty, I'll be honest with you.
Right side.
No!
Clear right. Right side. Clear right.
Just couldn't get in their way there. Oh, that penalty's going to cost us. Oh, and we...
14th. There's the checkered flag.
That penalty's really going to cost us. Oh, there's a bit of contact there as well. Anyway, so not the best start. Now, we do have an incident to watch. So what happened here? Oh, we got fish-tailed. He got fish-tailed. Oh. Second. So could we have gone left? At this point, could we have gone left, maybe? Yeah, I should have gone left here. I'm not even braking, am I? Am I braking? Nope. Yeah, so I could have braked as well. That might have helped. I didn't see it until too late. I was looking down at the tracks. I didn't expect anything to happen there. Yeah, we're quite bashed up at this point. Full chip mode.
Checkered flag's out. P17.
I think we may have a break now. Yeah, so there's a 3-minute warm-up, so I can catch up. So let me know how you found the racing on iRacing. There's more drama to it for me. There's more emotion. It's a bit more real. I know we've had monster crash and stuff, but there's a bit more jeopardy. Danny Smith, you can really see how lively the rear ends are when following someone. Yes. you can see when they're like, oh, he's not quite in control, or if they're using the rear end to kind of guide the car around. But that race 2 was our chance to kind of have a good result, because it was a reverse grid. Evening, Andalevers. Hope you're well.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 18 Celsius.
Repeat of F1 at Mugello. I can't remember who it was. Yeah, it's just these races are always chaos. It's part of the fun. But that one, I think I should have, if I'd seen it as it was happening, I'd like to have seen. I like to think I would have gone left. But I wasn't. I didn't see him get fish tail because I was looking at the comments. And then I thought, oh, I think I thought, oh, it's probably a weird glitch. It's probably one of those glitches where the car pops up, but it wasn't a glitch. Yeah, no different from GT. We're probably still serving our penalty. So the results aren't going to be anything to write home about. But there's definitely been some good racing. And we were at the sharp end for a lap. I'll take that. Take it. But yeah, I'd like to, if I could team up with a few people, just find some people who do endurance races. You know, kind of a no pressure team, you know, amateur team. And just see how we do, and just spot for each other, you know, work out who we're racing. I have a feeling that's going to be really, really fun. So I will look into that. Danny Smith, I think damage should be in all games that are popping off walls and to fight for a win. Yeah, that's the thing in this racing. At any kind of contact, and you can take damage, and that damage can mean you're no longer competitive. Yeah, some very interesting racing, as we will grid up in a second.
That's the end of the session, 17th place.
One time I forgot to grid. So it looks like we finished 17th in that race. Okay. And we still had to pit in that. We pitted in that race for damage, so if we could have just avoided that damage and avoided the penalty points at the end. But anyway, here we go. Last race of the evening. It seems to be around sunset. Steve Hicks, can we do one lap without crashing? It's a tough ask. Right, here we go. Do keep letting me know in the chat if I should be pitting or how people are around me. There is a bit more data I feel like to absorb in iRacing. Here we go. I'm going to try and aim.
The air temp is
I don't have time to say it. Let's do it.
Celsius, 7 laps.
Aim is to not go into the pits at all.
Get ready. Go, go, go!
On your right. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right.
If anyone lifts off here in a big way, there's trouble. We made it. Whoa! No, it's that. See, that's the glitch that I thought might have been happening. Oh, it's not fun being at the back. Carnage, big one, big one, big one.
On your left. Clear left.
No!
Give the flag. Watch out.
We were so close. We were so close to making it 3, weren't we? We've got damage. We've got
There's an incident in Lacombe. It looks like Fitzgerald.
We were so close. I thought we were gonna part the waves. Okay, into the pits we go. This guy looks like he's got some kind of issue.
Incident in turn 11.
Clear right.
Yellow flag.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Welcome to iRacing. There's still yellows out. Right, they've gone. I think we've only got 6 penalty points. Be honest, who saw us go over Eau Rouge and thought there's no way we're all making it into the chicane without a big one? I'm trying to work out how badly the car is damaged here. Well, it should be pulling for 4th gear through there. I think we're fairly damaged. I think Andrew English looks like he might be carrying damage as well, so even though we're catching him, I'm just thinking maybe we do one more lap if the damage isn't like super severe.
On your right. Clear right.
Nicely done.
There's an incident in the chicane. We think it might be English. There's a car rejoining.
I'm not sure how bad the damage is.
B12.
The car is...
The guy in front is Waller.
The car is pulling to the right slightly. But not much. You know what? We might not be carrying a lot of damage here. I'm looking at the deltas and it doesn't seem like we're falling backwards. I know we should be in 5th gear here, so we're losing a little bit of performance, but...
The gap to Waller ahead is increasing. It's now 7.7.
Okay. Thanks for the warm, encouraging words there. Feeling like super motivated now. Let us know, GT Grandad, if we pop up on the official broadcast, what the visual is on the damage. I can see the gaps are increasing, but they might just be better drivers as well. I'm planning to stay out. I think we'll lose so much time in the pits coming in. Because you have to drive in the pit limiter all that way. Oops. That wasn't very good. And the gap behind to Jay Aston of 50 seconds. I mean, he's not going to make 50 seconds up, I don't think. So we may as well just...
Banks is leading the race.
We may as well circle around and just hope people ahead have to pit, take penalties.
The leader has just done a 252.63.
I guess we'll see what our lap time is and work it out from that. Just read that comment in a second. Feels quite strange in that braking zone.
P11.
A 257 isn't super slow for me. My quali time was only a 253, so... Sorry, was that right? Yeah, 253, so... It's not enough of a difference to... 1 second. It's not enough of a difference for the guys behind to catch up, is my point. So I'm only going to lose time going into the pits. So I'm thinking if the guys ahead have an issue, they pick up penalty points, then maybe we can dip into the top 10. That's my strategy. And also, I don't think we're losing a lot of performance at the low ends. Because if anything, it makes it kind of easier to go through the corners.
The guy in front is Waller.
The only thing is, it's a little bit weird under braking sometimes, the car. And I have off tracks to play with if I need to deploy them. Well, let's see, Andy. Let's see if it works out, if we can pick up a top 10. That would be a very, very good result for us. But I thought we almost made it through that carnage. Almost. We'll have to see what happens. Yeah, I think the right turns are much more difficult than the left turns. So yeah, everyone else behind has pitted. And maybe some of those positions we made up in the pits. Maybe some people had to get towed back to the pits.
The gap to Waller ahead is increasing. It's now 12 seconds.
That's a very easy flat now. Now we've lost a bit of performance. GC Grande batting up ahead. Like, ooh. Okay. I hear you. I don't think we're losing too much time to Waller. So I can explain what the car does now on the braking into right-hand corners. It pitches left, which is why it feels quite strange.
The guy in front is Banks.
How is Banks ahead? Well, let's hope they battle GT Grande. Let's hope Waller and Melvin really get stuck in. But we're not losing a whole amount of time to Aston and Dix and Hale behind us. Just in terms of working out relative pace. Nice. We're gaining a bit on Waller there. I'm not sure how many drivers would have made it through that unscathed.
The guy behind is catching.
See, you could say the guy behind is catching, but he's 40 seconds away, so don't worry about it.
Banks is now leading.
It's a shame. It looks like we could have had a good battle with Waller. Maybe if he has some kind of difficulty. Oops. Struggling around that one. Much easier around the left-hander. I wouldn't say Waller's really getting away to any meaningful extent, to be honest. But you know, neither are we pulling him back. In fact, it looks like he's dropping off the tail of Melvin, which isn't great for us. It looks like Damien Wong might have had an issue.
The gap to Waller in front is now 12 seconds.
Stevie Hicks in the pits. Stevie Hicks in the pits. That's big news.
Heads up, there's a car rejoining.
Yeah, so we're not going to catch Stevie Hicks, but I think Stevie Hicks might get involved in that battle, which
We're halfway home. Fuel looks okay.
is better for us. And we have off tracks to use if we want to go to pace. Evening Road Warrior Max. Hope you enjoyed the stream, so I'll read the full comment in a bit so I don't hit the wall. Getting the back end out nicely there. Today was not a pleasant day, sorry to hear that. Insurance. Well, I'm not sure exactly what's gone on there, but do fill us in. That was one of your bikes. Was it the Fireblade? Woo. Stevie Hicks is going to catch James Waller, I'm certain of that. I think staying out was a good strategy. But as was always going to be the case, we need to see what happens ahead. So yeah, I promised crashes, and it didn't disappoint. Such as iRacing.
The next car is Hicks.
Ooh. Oops. Okay, Hicks now getting really close to Waller. Maybe they'll be about the chicane, coming up to the chicane now. Very close. Surely he's going to get the move done cleanly. Just looking down at the Delta the whole time. It looked like Harry Melvin might have been in the battle there as well.
Front is Waller.
So it looked like a clean move for Hicks, unfortunately for us. Which just means that gap is going to say
P11, 2 to go.
stay static. Unless Waller tries to catch up and kind of overdoes it, I guess. Clutching at straws here, so there's 2 laps to go. We could use a few off tracks. We want to. Waller's really catching up with Hicks. Maybe
The gap to Waller ahead is now 13 seconds.
maybe that will be the slipstream. Some battling going on behind us. Here we go.
You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy.
I'll take that as an outcome. That could have been a lot worse. Just need to keep on the black stuff now. We've got a 5th gear road warrior, Matt. We can't. The engine won't go there. We're carrying a bit of damage, unfortunately. If we weren't carrying that damage, I think we'd be able to shave off a couple of seconds a lap. So we might have caught Mr. Waller otherwise, potentially, but there's a lot of ifs and buts there. Yeah, it doesn't like the right-handers at all now. Trying to carry a bit more speed through there. So 1 lap to go. I think James Waller has really hung in there well with Steve Hicks actually, and will be benefiting from a tow there. Whoa. It's very easy in GT Sport to lose it on that curve for some reason. There's no one in the pits, but for some reason Craig Brown has really dropped back.
One more lap to go.
So for some reason Craig Brown dropped back there. I don't think he's carrying damage because it looks like he's closing the gap, but maybe that he will have a go back at James Waller and there might be some fighting there. But Craig Brown went over the line in 8th place and has now ended up 10th.
The guy ahead is Brown.
And actually we are catching him, but it's not going to be enough, so yeah, I need to stop reading the comments. I think that really costs us in the race too. Yeah, we're not going to catch Craig Brown here, I think. Something's happened funny with the timing there. What's happened to Mr. Weller? Mr. Weller has disappeared off the timing board. Does that mean that we are on for P10? Or is that just a timing issue? Don't know. Late drama here in this race. A P10 out of 20 plus drivers would be quite a good result actually. I don't know what the official timing is saying, GT Grandad, but I can't see Mr. Weller there, so unless he's rocketed up, which I think is very unlikely, maybe he had a crash and had to reset. It looks like his throughput's fallen to an unacceptable level. Sounds very bad.
Incident in La Source. Looks like it's Wong.
Gonna be 10th place. Are we over the line yet?
10th position. There's the finish. Good drive.
I wanted to do a handbrake turn, but I don't know what the bottom handbrake is. 10th place in the end. Right, there's obviously... Evening, Jetty. Okay, so that's the damage we were carrying. There's obviously a big moment to look at. Here we go. Thanks everyone, and we came back with a good result. I think we had half decent pace in the end actually. So we're starting at the back in this race, near the back. I was very worried about this red car, so I gave him a lot of space. Actually, there was more space than I thought. Thanks everyone. So I was worried going up a Rouge because I thought, there's a lot of cars here. And then a couple of cars started doing that popping up thing. But there we go. Someone's hit the wall on the inside. Let's follow it in slow motion because I was sure we were going to make it through here. We navigated it really well at the beginning. So let's have a look in glorious slow motion. Someone's been... That's a right... Well, that's two cars there. Wow. Steve Hicks looks like he goes backwards into that in the orange car. Someone else gets it. So at this point I called it. I said this is a big one. There's no doubt this is a big one. So looks like Matt Hale on the left there got off very lightly. Yeah, I was worried about a car coming from behind. It was a bit of a distraction. As we see, I think that's Steve Hicks come back on. So bit of contact there is a bit unnecessary, but we make it through this bit actually. We made it through this bit, and I think we made it through the purple car. So at this point I was feeling pretty good. Oh no, did the purple car come round? And no! It was like a Gasly moment. And then I don't know who that is. So this guy's come across and just was carrying a bit too much speed. And then does he kind of slalom? So a little bit of contact there. And then behind that might be Pete Wellard behind in that livery. So everyone's been kind of spun out wide. And I was sure we were going to make it through here, but then it kind of spins round like the Balrog. And we've just got nowhere to go. And then this is kind of the critical movement as we end up. Because the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 got away there. Well, Matt Hale went through the grass. So we were going to end up in the top 10 anyway, actually. We only would have got into 10th. So in the end... we actually did quite well to get to where we got to finish in 10th, actually, I think. Yeah, unfortunately you can't get these views in the race. So we'll look at that. We'll look at, for anyone who's joining us now, we will look at the previous race. So at this point we're in P3, so in 3rd place. We give up 3rd there to a fast driver, so we're in 4th place now. And we go up over each. I'm just kind of watching, waiting. Watching, waiting. Good move. Again, that guy's obviously he's on a roll. So my key mistake here was not braking. I think always brake in iRacing if you see an incident and there's no one behind you. Gives you more time. And B, I should have gone to the left. And I was looking at the chat. So at this point I'm looking at the YouTube chat, thinking nothing's going to happen here. And I looked up about now, and I thought, okay, maybe there's some glitch because I saw a car in the air. But at this point, you can see I'm turning right. I should have A, braked, and B, turned left. And that was a pretty severe collision. That would be a pretty nasty collision in real life, right? With the drivers, yeah, drivers on the other side. In the UK, it would have been. And another one for good measure. Andy, A, not braking, B, reading comments, C, looking at the road, yeah, there were lots. That would have been a fail in my driving test. That reminds me of my first driving test, actually. So then we were carrying a significant amount of damage, and just trying to keep a steady line as everyone filters past. Yeah, sorry, Road Warrior Mats, that gave you some PTSD. Those crashes. Steve Hicks goes around the outside there. I think we did a decent job here of kind of staying out of the way, to be honest. I don't know why I've got a Fanatec logo. I haven't got any Fanatec here. I wish I did. And then we'll go to race 1. Oh yeah, race 1 was a disaster because we didn't know how to serve the penalty. What happened in race 1? I can't remember what happened in race 1. Oh yeah, it happened at the hairpin, didn't it? Oh yeah, we went into space in race 1. That's what happened. We go into space here. Have a look at this. A helicopter should watch out. So Matt Hale comes in. In the mirror, I thought he was coming in pretty hot, so I kind of. Oh yeah, he was coming in pretty hot actually. So I was a little bit alarmed. And there's actually a bit of contact there. So at this point, I'm a bit more worried about what's going on behind me. Again, and a bit more contact. Oh, and then we get fishtailed. And then it was at that moment. I've realised that we were going to need to pit. But also, what a scenic view from up there. Getting a nice view of the brasserie. Brasserie absolutely packed. No social distancing going on there whatsoever. Over the car park, I see there's a nice little Total petrol station here. And over the fields. This reminds me of like Rome Total War. Let's have a look at that again from a different angle. Let's have a look at that from the cockpit. Where's the cockpit? Okay, so this is what I saw. Minding my own business. Trying not to hit the car in front. Because we're quite close. Didn't really feel a fishtail. Because the back end often steps out there. Okay, now I've been fishtailed. And then I want to know what happened to the trajectory there. We need a better view. Maybe this one. So there's lots of G-forces being applied to the car there in many different ways. The suspension is going to need some work. I think that's where we peaked, altitude-wise. I might put this as a screensaver. And then fade to black. So anyway, that was iRacing. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do feel free to drop a like if you like the racing / flying. Bit of an iRacing flight simulator kind of crossover this unintentionally. I do want to do more iRacing. I really do want to do some endurance racing. It is probably number one on the kind of gaming things I want to do before PS5 comes out. So if anyone does have iRacing or is interested or knows people that are interested or whatnot, then I'm really interested to do a, like I said, a 6, 8, 12 hour, and just that'll buff off. Very weird. So give me another camera angle that's going to give a good view of this. See, that one's quite good, isn't it? Bear with me. This one. This is as slow as the slow-mo goes, by the way. So I'm on full lock, thinking, great, just been turned around at the bus stop. And then, you know, I'm not sure I would have coped with the G-forces there. This reminds me of the SpaceX videos when they send the Tesla into space. Except I've actually been left at the wheel. It's like a bad dream. You can just see me there at the top. I'm pointing at the screen. Can you see me there? Only people that have watched the stream will get that screenshot. Everyone else will think it's a really boring one. That's a nice one. That is a beauty. That one's quite arty. It's like... yeah, the ground level view is not going to work. What was that one? Anyway, maybe I'll do some more iRacing tomorrow. I'll do the league races. In iRacing, maybe I'll see, because the dailies this week in GT Sport are a bit weird. Daily race A doesn't really work with the penalties. We have much more fun in the lobbies. And daily C, I'm not sure I'll be on the pace. So maybe I'll do some iRacing instead. I don't know. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. If you do have any thoughts on content or stuff I can improve, then let me know. I'm always all ears. I really hope you enjoyed the racing today. It's always really fun to race with the Club 100 guys. I'm hoping to be karting this weekend with Mr. On the Podium and hopefully getting some cool footage. I did take a lot of videos last time I went karting, but it was a very hot, dry day, and actually there was a lot of dust got around the camera, so I haven't really edited the footage there. But we'll try and get some videos made up from the karting this weekend. New livery, yes, we need to get this into a Frey Bentos livery. Absolutely. That's a nice one. That's a very arty one. That one looks as though there's been a kind of an explosion on the left. Or maybe a tornado. But yeah, it's been great having you with me on the racing today. I really do appreciate it. A lot of times people do say thanks for streaming. Yeah, thanks for doing all of that. But it's all down to you, really. It's all down to the community, and I'm just very lucky that I get to do stuff that I enjoy, and we kind of share it together, and we have a fun time. Especially with the world changing, and maybe not being able to do as much stuff as we did before, and having to kind of get our entertainment in different ways. I'm happy that I can kind of be a part of that. If you do want to join in with the discussion, we talk all things GT Sport and everything, do feel free to join the Discord. There's a link in the description. It's like where this YouTube chat continues, basically. You don't need to download anything. It runs in your browser. So do feel free to join Discord. It'd be great to have you, Andy and Ray. I'm not sure if you're in, Ray, and Raid Warrior Max. But otherwise, what's the time? It's 9:15. Unfortunately, I have other things to do this evening. Part of that is going to be on the Discord. I'm going to sort out the team versus team stuff and get rules ready and all that. That's all very exciting too. Some other things to do as well. So I'm going to end the stream pretty shortly. It's not going to be a late stream this evening, but we will stream tomorrow, and I think we will stream iRacing because the quality of the stream today looks to have been okay. Oh, I like the iRacing because anything can happen in an instant. Yeah, it's true. iRacing is proper sweaty palms because you can lose the car at any time, even if it's an MX-5. Someone can brake ahead of you and then you're going to tail end them, and you can just dip a wheel on the outside and that can be catastrophic. It's much more involving, I'd say, than GT Sport. which has pros and cons. GT Sport, it's a lot easier for me to read the chat, and I can have more space to think about it and stuff like that. Whereas iRacing is much more, I'd say, mentally demanding. Uses much more the proverbial CPU in terms of the racing. But thanks everyone for joining. I really hope you enjoyed it. If it was the first taste of iRacing, I think I am going to do some more iRacing tomorrow. I'll talk about it in the Discord. We can think about stuff that might be fun to do. And I'm definitely going to try and see if anyone's up for doing an endurance race and any endurance races coming up, because I think that would be really fun. And I'll see if there's anything we can do for the stream in terms of ways that you can follow the timing and stuff like that. Radio Max, thanks to PTSD, Kireth. So yeah, sorry about that. Do let us know what happened with your bike. I may have missed it up above, but I will check up with the insurance. Sorry to hear about that. You'd hope people were being more lenient at the moment, but we've got a notification with that out of the way. Yeah, thanks for everyone that watches and isn't in the chat or the comments or whatever. You don't have to be at all. If you're enjoying the stream and it's a nice place for you to come and it's relaxing and maybe have a laugh or two as well. Not from me, obviously, at me. Then that makes me feel good. But anyway, I'm going to end the stream there. I will be on the Discord later. It's a very early finish this for me for streaming. So that gives me more time to do stuff on the Discord, which is great. And have a burger maybe. But I will see you there. Thanks everyone for joining. Have an absolutely fantastic Wednesday evening. Only Thursday and Friday to go. And I will see you all next time.